I wonder what's the commercial for this hot sauce. Tempatio.
I didn't see that shit. That shit look good. It look hot.
Yo, I had that hot sauce when I was overseas, yo. They had like a big bottle of that shit. It ain't hot, like it's just got real good flavor, like, but it's not hot. Like it don't bother. Like, well, I like hot stuff, but it's not hot. Like I would be like, wow, man, I can't tolerate this. Like it's not like that. It's not make you sweat and shit. You know, it's just flavorful. Great mics. Don't mind if I do. Sure.
That's it. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
There you
Thanks, man.
go.
Salute.
Yes, salute, my guy.
Yo, so um,
We got a lot of fucking topics today.
man, dude, man, we got a lot to talk about. I want to see what we look like online. Let me see if I can see it.
Oh, I think you said we couldn't see it.
Nah, I don't think you can, but I probably can if I sign in from this phone.
That's good.
Yeah, so I don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? There's so much to talk about. I want to start with responsibilities, like something like so vague like that. First of all, I'm so sorry, so rude. Welcome to another episode of Get Lifted 30 is a New 20. It's your boy, Smiley Jizzle, and my man's,
Chris so deep.
and we
Be
here,
on the move like I need a new hobby. Fuck a 9 to 5.
right? But it's just exciting to be back. You know what I mean? We ain't been around for a minute. I don't want to get everybody's hopes up, but I be having ideas, and I do want to get some merch made, and I want to get some merch out there for some people. So
I told you the best side. You should have did that.
like, but
Get
I don't
creative.
know. I don't know. I need concepts. Like, look at this. This is what I got. Rick and Morty shirt. Like, you know what I mean? It's the type of fucking drip I like. So I don't know. People give me ideas, and I'll orchestrate something really cool. You know what I mean? I love graphics.
You should create some characters, bro. Create some characters, and then just create a world for them on the tees and shit. You see what
Or
I'm saying?
I
That
could
would
do
be
that.
dope.
That'd be dope. Like The Simpsons,
It has to be a design cool.
Futurama.
It could be cool, but it has to be simple enough that you could redo. You see what I'm saying?
Word. Okay, got you.
That's
So some simple Matt Groening type of animation. That's very simple
I would
animation.
love to be a part of that. If you turn it into like a cartoon and shit, I would love to be a voice.
That'd be lit,
I would
right?
love to be a voice actor and some shit like that.
Word, hell yeah. Yo, see, I hate being around niggas because they always give me bad ideas, yo. I be like, I get distracted. Like, yo, we trying to do our paint company. Shout out to
Yeah,
I don't like to do promos, but shout out to Paint because
exactly.
I really wanted to do something where I could try to give back, to my family in a way,
Right.
and be able to help people in the community or whatever. So we offer affordable exterior, interior painting services, also pressure washing. You know what I mean? We available Sunday through Sunday. You know what I mean? And just hit us up. Hit up our website. It's paintct.com. We've been around for about 4 years. A small company out of New Haven, and you know what I mean. It's everything speaks for itself. Hit us up. I don't want to get into that, but just the whole the whole thing about we have a responsibility to help our culture. We have a responsibility to help our family. We have a responsibility that's not in writing. It's kind of unwritten, but it's just something that we've known. We've been taught to be like, yo, I gotta do this. I gotta take care of this. And it gets overwhelming for people like with these responsibilities. But then it's like some shit like you gotta prioritize some shit. So then it's like the responsibility of being a man and not changing your stance on how you feel is, I think, something that gets overlooked too, because like, say I'm like, yo, I feel strongly about this woman, but my boys don't really like her. You know what I mean?
That
Do
shit
I
counts.
stop fucking with her because my boys don't like her? Like, they not fucking her supposedly.
That shit counts, Smiley.
it count, but
It counts because
you can't. When you become a grown man, you can't do that.
exactly.
It do depend on why. It do depend on why, but ultimately, you gotta make that decision. Ultimately, you gotta be the one to say.
Especially if it's all your boys saying the same thing. It's like
That's
now
true.
you being naive. Like
I'm just saying. Ultimately, if if she if if she with me and make me happy, and I don't have no reason to doubt anything that's going on, I'm just gonna be like, yo, my boy's being childish.
all of them.
I didn't really give a number, but yo, it depends. Like what, like you guys said, like it depends on why they don't like them. Now you a man, you gonna make that decision. You don't need somebody to validate the decision that you're going to make. You just have to hear other people's reasons, or maybe, okay, let me see how they feel about it. You know what I mean? A voice of reason. But everybody's not reasonable. A lot of people, they think about what's in the best interest for you, and you know what I mean, shit like that. They don't really, yeah, yeah, like all hidden underliers. So,
So let me give you a scenario, right?
mm,
Let's say you're out. You and E is out, right?
right,
And y'all chilling at the mall, and y'all see one of our mutual friends, Anonymous, right?
yeah,
Y'all see Anonymous, and y'all see Anonymous hugged up with, some female. You see what I'm saying?
right,
And let's say, Anonymous is cousins with your cousin. That's your cousin.
right.
So Anonymous is with your cousin, but he's also with this other female.
Hmm.
How do you handle that?
So wait, who's
You
my cousin? Anonymous?
No, your cousin is the female getting cheated on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anonymous is my friend, but she's my cousin.
So Anonymous
Oh,
is your friend.
so it's like one of them situations where it's like I gotta choose who I'm gonna be loyal to. I don't like I don't nah.
I want to know what you gonna say. How you gonna?
I don't
How would you handle
I don't like how the situation would be putting me between those two people. So I like to mind my business, but it depends on how bad it is. Like we as men, we do what we do. Like it's a lot of men that's like cool with each other and shit like that. And you might not know any, but I know a lot of men that are like this. That they know that they boy that fuck with they sister or whatever is doing his dirt, or they know that they cousin is being cheated on by da 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 da. But they ain't saying shit because they like, yo, like whatever, like I get you bitches or whatever, you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Like we be doing the same shit together.
What if you
But that's
see
if y'all
them,
do the same shit
but
together.
you don't see any physical contact?
Huh?
If you see him out with another female,
Okay.
but there's no physical contact.
If I see him out with another female but there's no physical contact, then I don't speculate. See, I'm
Are
not
you
gonna jump.
say, hey,
No.
cuz, I saw.
Nah, hell no. Nah, that's some
How do you handle that?
but let me elaborate why though. Cause
Okay,
from
go ahead.
from the male perspective, cause I like for me, like I can't say anything without learning more information than just no physical contact. Cause that could be a family member, that could be whoever, that could be somebody from out of town that they showing into town for their job or some shit.
Would you ask Anonymous? Would you like,
Would I ask them?
yo, nigga, like, what are you doing?
Like, I think naturally, I think a guy probably would say something because you probably gonna be like, yo, especially if she was bad or some shit, you be like, yo, damn, who was that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas is niggas.
Ugly, you
Niggas is niggas.
hold on, wait.
Niggas is niggas, like, on real shit.
If she was, I can't even speak.
Cause nah, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But you know how men are. Like, we talking like, on a scale of most most gentlemen that's out there that they talk to women, and whatever percent of men that is, you understand, like, woman look good, dude's gonna be like, yo, damn, who shorty right there, like she almost 1-on-1, like, how you meet up with her, like, if she look right. If she don't look right, whatever, if she got features, whatever. But I'm saying naturally, if she look like a dime, niggas probably gonna speak on it, because niggas gonna be like, damn, who that? Like, type shit. You know what I mean? If it's an ugly chick, they probably wouldn't say no shit, which is fucked up. They probably wouldn't be like, oh, like, yo, oh, I ain't know. He probably was with his cousin or some shit. He wouldn't think he was smashing. You know what I mean? But you never know, because niggas is nasty. Niggas will smash anything. Like,
How about you? How would you handle that situation? Same situation. You see anonymous. You see the girl he's with. Let's say the girl is like I'm gonna say the same scenario. Like the girl isn't that attractive, and you don't see them touch. You see there's no physical contact. How would you handle it? So you wouldn't say that. That's what I'm saying. They're in a relationship with anonymous. And you see anonymous with another female. Because now you involved.
right.
So you say basically you give it one time, and then if you let them know what it is and they don't, like, they disregard it, they leave you out of it. Oh, okay.
True. Yo, we was discussing another topic in the car. I think we should share. It was huh? This, I got a cold, yo. I told you, remember? Here, it's a little bit in there. Roll two, if you could.
Please don't thank you. I said, please don't thank you.
um, we was talking about, like, if the roles were reversed in power, like if you were in a relationship with a woman and she was like, y'all both was like senators or some shit, and she was running for president and she got elected for president, would the dude still stay with her, knowing that in the household he the king, she supports him, she loves him, she cares about him, everything. She Yeah, but
Exactly. Exactly.
but
She's gonna bring it home.
nah, but she not gonna bring it home. But that's what I'm saying. Would you? because of her position. That's why you wouldn't want to do it. It don't even matter if she don't bring it home. You still gonna think about it. Right. But this particular scenario, this is a hypothetical situation. So this is a hypothetical situation that I gave him in a car, which is like you have to put yourself in this role. So the hypothetical situation is you both are in Congress. You're a senator, he's a senator. You're in a competitive position to make decisions for the country. And she's like, shit, he can run the household.
You gotta spin it so.
Well, okay. Well, for a woman to be, what would you want? Well, he's taking care of home. He's doing everything. You don't have to worry about nothing. But you're a fucking senator, so you have to live in his house.
Let me ask this.
Go ahead.
Let me ask this part. If he wanted you to quit, your job because he felt threatened that you were doing a better job at your job than he was at his job. Exactly. If he was exactly. Let's say he says that. Let's say he says that.
No, not that energy. It's still not that energy.
You're just coming home like
He just a dude. He doing the same thing that he's doing. But you see how passionate he is about it. This is why you love him. You love him because this is what he does. Are you able to put it in a better way? Are you able to say, you know what? I respect you so much. I don't need to do this anymore. I could just let you have it. I could support your candidacy. Hmm.
So basically, if it's driven off of his ego, you ain't fucking with it because that's his ego. But if it's really honestly like some shit like, yo, so if he could prove that it's affecting home, then you're down. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. Then yeah, you fuck out of here. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that.
You think that's practical for somebody that's in Congress? No, but I'm saying in terms of with that situation, cause that's cause it's already an extreme scenario. But I'm using it as such so that people could put themselves in a place of a real situation that's probably working out. There's people that understand, like, listen, this is my man. I love him. I love my family. I love everything about that. And we're still doing what I always wanted to be doing, which is make a better world, make a better society, build the economy better. And I'm doing it with the person that I love, and we're doing this dream together. That sounds awesome.
I respect that. On tour.
That's what I'm saying. They all really you guys are already there. Like, you know what I mean? It's based on ambition. It's all this is just ambition and egos. That's really what it all boils down to. Because if the whole point, like, outside, see, I use the political shit to kind of like to shadow dance. I use that, but let me say this. Let me say this. I used the political shit as like a shadow of the real fucking shit because I knew it would like distract. But the idea is like, yo, like, you got to be bigger than him. It doesn't matter what you're doing because you guys are already successful. You guys are already at the peak of your career. You guys are already on the strong. You have a strong relationship. Either one of you guys can do it. You know what I mean? It's like who's gonna let who lead, and then is he gonna let you lead, or are you gonna let? Hold on. Let me he's gonna let you lead or you're gonna let him lead, right? So it's one of those situations, and then they run with that. They think about the Congress shit, like political, running for the country. Yeah, that's a big thing, especially running for president. But it doesn't have to be that extreme. It could be anything. But I use that as an example because it's really the relationship. It's the egos. Why do you got to be better than him? It should be like, yo, like, this is what he really wants. This would be the greatest thing. He just wants to provide for me. He just wants to take care of me. seeing the side of that outside of your own personal achievements is bigger than what most women think about, because it's like, yo, like, I still got dreams. I don't want to stay home. I still want to da 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 da. Right. Not extreme goals, but to want to do things so that they can be self-sufficient and don't have to rely on anybody. You can still do that. It's just giving up that guard. Right, right. See, there you go. That was another key. Things can happen. It's that security blanket. You're married and insured with a powerful, with one of the most powerful people in the world. I'm saying it doesn't matter, but you're taken care of. Okay. Uh-huh. It's not. Okay. All right. Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, all you're saying, there's probabilities. Like, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. I get it. I get it. Insurance. I like, yo, I had an argument. Well, not an argument. I had a discussion with my boy the other day about the encouragement of having insurance. It might not be required or necessary, but it doesn't hurt. But it does. What I'm saying, yeah, it doesn't hurt to have it. You know what I mean? Something happens, you have it. If something doesn't happen, you still got money that you put away that you can take out. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a secure amount of money for you. You know what I mean? To take care of you. So yeah, it's not a bad thing to have, but you could use your money in other ways. You know, you could start businesses. You could do this. You could do that. Whatever. But if you don't do that, at least you know you have insurance. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one way to look at it. So I look at it like that. Like, why not know? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Do you think that we're still gonna have cash in the year 2030?
I don't know, man. Uh, the dollar's been like worth nothing for quite some time, and nobody knew. We're just using the same money. You think we're not gonna go into a store and give them $200 and come out with shit? If you got it, you're gonna be able to get it. That's just it. So they got to go out of what they have right now, and I guess they won't get new mids, but we'll still have money going through somewhere. Somebody's gonna pay us. Where's it coming from? Is it this recirculation of the money that's already out? They're not burning any more money and creating new money.
I think somebody's gonna pay us. They will. They're not.
What, Bitcoin?
Nah, the dollar.
That's crazy, yo.
Bitcoin.
If I don't get no money, that's crazy.
Bitcoin will probably shoot back up because if that's where the world is heading, then
So then banks gonna be giving niggas Bitcoin.
yeah,
That's crazy. See, we could have been balling, bro.
I mean, we still
I got a
you
few.
jumped on it
I got a
early. You
few
got
joints. I got a
yeah,
few
that's what I'm
joints.
saying.
You know what I mean? But
You know what I mean? You
damn,
jumped on that shit early. I don't even, you know what I mean?
you gotta get it. Get some Ethereum, yo. Just get like one Ethereum.
See, I don't even
Get
know
like one Bitcoin. Yo, it's gonna pop off.
I've heard it before. I don't know.
Ethereum was like popping when Bitcoin came out. Then Ethereum came out and started popping.
It's another Bitcoin.
It's like another one, yeah.
And you use that in the metaverse.
Yeah, you could use that shit to make NFTs. It's non-fungible tokens, like a little picture, image, or some shit. You know what I mean, I be making them shits. You know, I'm a little geek. Right. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's what I was saying. What I was saying earlier is like it's tough to like really be feminine when you in a position like that because you always got to be on your shit. You can't run shit in a bunch of men and tell a whole bunch of dudes what to do and be all like, "Oh my god, it's a bug, kill it." No, you gotta be a G, like you know what I mean, and take your heel off and try to kill that motherfucker, like you know. But I'm saying like women that's like somebody there like listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. If if you if a woman, I'm just saying a woman can't be helpless in a business meeting. You gotta be a shark. I mean, whatever you doing. If you gotta be a surgeon, if you gotta be a lawyer, if you gotta be whatever, if you gotta be anything great, greatness. I'm just saying, in order to be great, you gotta break fingernails, and you gotta sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta roll your sleeves up, and that's gonna have to happen.
Not necessarily.
I mean, not necessarily, but when you run it, if you running a business, yeah, nah, business you gotta bust your ass. You gotta bust your ass.
I mean,
If she's starting a business,
if you're in control of
starting it,
100%.
she gonna bust her ass, yeah.
But if she has help, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, she gonna get help.
Then yeah.
She always gonna have that little damsel in distress, little fucking, you know what I mean? Yo, it's not. It's not, but then. Yeah, that's right. Would you would you like a well-rounded female? A well-rounded female. Would you like a woman that's well-rounded? Like she know about sports. She give you your space. She call you and say I love you. She fuck you when you wanna fuck. She fucking cook. She fucking play sports. She fucking support you in anything you do.
Well-rounded, yeah. That sounds real good.
But
Oh, here we go.
she can fight. She
So
fight.
like
She
Clarissa
fight
Shields.
niggas like yeah.
Yeah, I would fuck with Clarissa.
She a boxer.
Yeah, that wouldn't psychologically
That girl
fuck me up
awkward.
unless she put her hands on me. Now, she put her
Clarissa
hands
still
on
be
me,
like,
and
yo,
she whoop
what did
me
you
or
be like,
knock me
yo,
out, it's
nigga?
a
I
wrap.
said I want to watch Designing Women.
Yeah.
Like yo, like I don't know.
Now, I wouldn't be too nervous because I'm strapped now.
Yo, that work.
I was just saying, I'm fucking with Clarissa Shields and she could knock my ass out.
Nigga.
I'm strapped. I'm just saying. She beautiful though.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she fire. Yeah, she is. Beautiful disaster. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see. And then yo, they be saying like yo, niggas be stereotyping black girls and shit. But yo, my nigga, like it really be every type of situation we deal with women that live around where you live at, it's because they've been through certain traumas in their life, and so they all behave the same way, projecting their traumas onto you. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Yo, it's like,
He's like, don't cry. You should rough me up and stuff like a little boy. Like, and then I grew up around a lot of I would be around guys a lot growing up, so I picked up some of the mannerisms and stuff, like being around, like even in like after school program and stuff, like, and I always feel more comfortable around guys than with women because women are annoying. Like I will say that even though I'm a woman, like they be complaining and stuff. Like guys are just
I ain't say that, y'all.
guys are just
I love
easier
y'all.
to deal with. Some guys do be like they do be doing too much. I have met guys that be saying and stuff like that too, or whatever, and show like kind of feminine tendencies or whatever. But like for the most part, men are more easy to get along with. They're not argumentative and they're easygoing. They could get into a fight and move on and be done with it, go have a beer or some shit. So like
Sometimes, yeah.
they just more chill. Like women, they be doing stupid stuff. Like saying they don't know what they want. Like I be listening when people be saying stuff to me sometimes, like women, or I hear women say things. I'm like, that don't even make no sense. Like, are you hearing what you like? And I be saying this to people too. Like, if there's some depending on who says something to me, and I think it's outrageous. Like, I be
Like,
like, you're bugging. Like, you don't. Like, I definitely can hold a woman accountable, and I take accountability for myself if I do something. I know right from wrong at this point in my life. Whether I choose to align with that, if I do something wrong, then I'll be like, yeah, my bad. I fucked up. I shouldn't have did this or whatever. I'm still learning. I'm still growing and evolving and all that stuff. But women do we aggravate sometimes. I see why these guys sometimes don't want to be home or don't want to be bothered, or why some women like I don't have a man right now or whatever, but I don't. I've seen someone do way over the top stuff that I would never do, or the way they talk to people in general. And then I've seen, or they told me stuff they said to their mate when they were in a relationship. I'm like, you said that? That's not fair. You're calling them a bitch or saying, you literally saying, I would never say that. I wouldn't be with a man that I felt like you're like that anyway. But I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't put like, yeah, I get upset. Like I might raise my voice something or whatever. But if you tell me, like if you be like, I'm wild, if I'm mad about something, you be like, relax or calm down or something. Yeah, I can see that now, and I'll chill. Like whereas before, I would still get pushback and yeah, like. But
let me ask you this. So, do you think that a lot of the behavior of women comes from what they watch and what they entertain themselves with?
I think it comes from a number of things. It could be from your environment, people you're from any women, the people you're around. You when you grow up, you learn stuff from the stuff that you see in your environment. So yeah, whether it's nowadays we have the media. So in addition to that, it's the people. Some people normalize bad behavior because they've seen it, so it's like a pattern over generation or something like that. They be like, oh, well, my mother did this, so it must be okay because she did it. But that's the perception that they give. But just because
right.
she did it, and then the next person did it, and your grandmother did it, and that doesn't mean that it's okay. Just because it's legal, that doesn't mean that it's morally right either.
Right.
Like so, media does have an effect, but a number of things. Your environment, it depends on your mindset. Whether everyone's not like the type of person where they're easily influenced, and some people have their own mind. So like, if they don't want to do something, they're not gonna do it. Like somebody try to offer you drugs or something, and you don't want to do drugs, you're gonna say no. And some people might be curious, and some people might give in to peer pressure. So it depends. And if you see everybody else doing it, and they have an incentive to want, I think that's what the thing is. They're incentivized to do certain things, like these toxic behaviors, like gang violence and stuff that they rap about in these songs and stuff. Like it's incentivized because these people are on TV, they're rich, they're getting money, they're talking about they just caught a body and they're smoking on that tuka and all this stuff or whatever, and they're being glorified for everybody loves them. All the women want to sleep with them, the guys want to be like them. They think this is and they beating these charges and stuff. They like, oh, they do all this stuff they getting away. They got do.
Yeah,
Or I want to fuck him because that's yeah.
It's what you see. It's what you
but I think
entertain yourself with.
It
Rap,
depends, like
social media, fucking shows, all of that shit.
Yeah, but I also think it depends though, because people will use that
that
argument for like sexuality, and now that there's no incentive to be gay because especially if you're a guy, like that's not. I mean, if you never did that before or whatever, and you're a guy, you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna get a dick in my ass. Like, sorry, you're gonna have to lock that up. But like, there's no incentive to do that because even though people are accepting of it now and you're seeing it depicted in the media and on television shows stuff, there's still a large amount of people that aren't accepting of it. People still get mistreated and even killed and beaten up because of their sexuality. So there's no incentive, regardless of what's displayed in the media, for you to be gay if you're not. So that's the only one that I would say no there. Because I think when you say you're influenced by something, that has to be a good outcome. Like if you're doing drugs, like, oh, I'm depressed, and somebody tells you this is going to make you feel better if you smoke or whatever, you have anxiety, this is going to help you with that, then you're incentivized to do it because you're hoping that it's going to give you a better outcome. But if you're gay, I mean, if you're seeing people having sex on TV or the same sex and you want to go do that, like, what are you getting out of that other than, like, if you're not really into that? Like, I don't see the logic.
An experiment.
Not even an experiment, bro. I think it's more of just companionship. I think motherfuckers don't know how to be by themselves, and they go through some trauma, and then they say, "Well, fuck it, the opposite sex."
But I think it's the same. I think in some cases,
because I can't be with.
It'd be just like trying a new drug.
Opposite sex.
Cause you trying to find your next high. You trying to find the next thing to fall in love with. And it could fall into companionship, but I'm saying it could be more along the lines of you just trying a new high, a new experiment is something. Trying to. If you've never been that shit for your whole shit, if you never been that shit for your whole shit, go ahead.
I've heard people say that they're not gay, but they'll do like gay porn or they're gay prostitutes. Not in I don't know.
So they're gay.
I've seen like
wow.
And stuff. Yeah, that's what I said. I believe you're gay.
Do you believe those people specifically are gay?
Is what I'm saying. You're getting paid to do it. Yeah, I think you're gay because if you're having, that's the definition of being gay. I don't care about. There's no experiment or nothing like that. If you, especially, and I think it's different for women because I think a lot of times women they do it because it looks appealing to men or whatever. Men like to see the same, lesbians and stuff like that, or they think it's gonna make them more appealing to the opposite sex, or they're doing it for fun, like for the pleasure of what they say, a woman, because you're a woman, their body can please you better than a man because they have the same thing or whatever. So they'll, and then I've heard a lot of women that have been with both say that they don't want to be in a relationship with a woman. They will have sex with them and have fun, but they want to be with a man ultimately. So for a woman it's different, but I think for a man there's no. It's a double standard. Like if you ever got fucked and you're a man, if you ever let a dude give you fellatio or you did that to them, there's no experimenting or no. So and if you got paid to do it, that's an incentive. That's what I'm saying. Just because you've seen it on TV, I don't think that's gonna make you want to be like, oh, now let me try this.
I'm sorry. It's funny. She said, "Oh wow." Yo, that's a wild topic. I agree. I agree.
But I do agree that at the peak but let's acknowledge the fact that gay people have been around since the beginning of time. And they didn't just come out. The thing was that it was hidden. Gay
people have not been around since the beginning of time.
They They've been around
It's
for
not-
years. They didn't just come out.
Yeah,
So
they've
people are
been
making
around
it seem
for a
like,
while.
oh, we're pushing it. No, people are accepting it, leaving people alone and letting
In the
live
Greek-
their life.
We
Greek-
don't believe in
in the
Adam and Steve.
in
we
the
believe
Greek-
in Adam and Eve.
Back in the Greek era, yo, it was a lot of that wild shit.
Yeah, that's
had
a time.
It was a lot.
With the
It was a lot. It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on.
That's what I'm talking about. So he had, and that's hermaphrodite. That's, you could be born like that or whatever with breast
With both.
or whatever. So
But they usually make you choose one because
they don't make, it's up to you. Some
it's
that's
not
why.
up to you. You're a baby.
No.
Sometimes you feel like
but they can. Some people.
sometimes you feel like you
But
should
that's the
have
crazy
them.
thing. So
Sometimes
as a
you don't.
parent, right? What if you choose wrong?
Oh God.
Like that to me is like, okay, you were born and you didn't have a choice. That's what that means.
That
To me,
yeah.
if
That,
you were born with both, yes, you were born and you didn't have no choice. But if you were born,
But that's different than being gay. That's your
So-
have two sex organs.
that's what I'm saying. If you're
What's
gay,
the-
that's like
what's the analytical data on that? On that shit, like
That's
no,
what
on like how many
how many
people have
are
that?
hermaphrodites?
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
on average.
I haven't even heard of that
Like when
shit
they-
no more.
Like when that happens, well, who's gonna be like, hey, guess what? Like who gonna say that though? Like nobody gonna bring that up in the conversation,
Can you
bro.
Google that? Like,
Nobody gonna bring that up.
What's the percentage?
what's the last born hermaphrodite? Who was the last born hermaphrodite?
How? Yeah, percentage of
What is
born.
the percentage of hermaphrodites in America? 1.7%.
That's low as fuck, bro.
But it happens, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta deal with standards and normalcy though.
That's not gay.
Because yeah, that could be. Well, I don't know.
You have two sex organs. That's what I mean.
So we gonna say they not gay because they got both.
Because what is the definition of gay? Gay is
What
being attracted
I'm
to
not
the
saying
same
they.
sex. It has nothing
No,
to do
I'm
with
not
your
saying they.
biological makeup.
I'm not saying they gay because they got two shits.
That's what I'm saying.
What are they? What are they supposed to be?
They're
Right?
They're
What the what?
definition born.
Fuck.
Male
It's a man or a woman.
sex.
All right. So it could be. So it's got the privilege of being both.
They usually
It's a lesbian. It's a lesbian. It's bisexual. So that is the only thing you could call bisexual. If you're born, yo, this shit, I gotta edit this whole shit. Yo, but that's true though. Like you would have to say, yo, you have the privilege of having sex with both because you got both. You got both.
No, but you don't have. It's not like that. You have a dick and breasts. It's not like you have a penis.
No, hermaphrodite got no. They got They got a little thing next to their shit. They do. Look at you gonna look it up. You gonna see.
Asshole and a dick and titties. That's what they have. They don't have like a.
No, they have a little appendage.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, they have a dick.
Yeah.
This video is brought
Not
to
a
you
dick and a vagina. They
Doritos.
have the top and they have
How
a
you
dick.
pronounce it?
I never saw it, but I seen on Nip Tuck the girl that Kristen was dating.
Oh my god.
It was a dude and he did it completely refigured her shit.
Yeah,
Gave him a shit.
And make a hole.
And made it with her pinky toe, bro.
Oh my god.
And he was smashing. And he started messing with his son and fell in love with his son. And he was so mad because he wanted to have a baby. But he couldn't have a baby. Her name was Ava. Nip Tuck was the thoroughest show. Shout out to Nip Tuck. That show was so real, son. That shit was so real, son.
You just watch that shit?
Yo, that show is crazy. Yo, Nip Tuck was like one of the craziest shows that came on like in that era. What was that? Like early 2000s? Nip Tuck was lit. Yo, they had celebrities on that shit. That shit was like the new Baywatch, my nigga.
Not like that.
Okay. Nah, I just show you. That's how graphic it was. They had certain shit that happened up there. But yo, then they had a serial killer that was up there. This when Facebook had first got popping. No, it was on MySpace. It was a serial killer named the Carver. The Carver.
Oh, the Carver.
Yeah. So it was on Facebook, and he had like or MySpace, whatever, and he had his name. It was like everybody subscribed to the Carver's shit. So during the show, they had some giveaway shit on the show and shit. That shit was lit, yo. That was my show, man. That shit almost made me want to become a plastic surgeon, man. House was thorough too. That nigga knew whatever the fuck you had. You like,
I don't mind the medicine shit.
he's got meningitis.
The homosexual scenes and shit.
That was one episode, but the main thing that I was.
Nah, it's graphic.
I'm just saying.
I just said it in the sake of our conversation.
Shows with those type of things in there, like, will make me not want to watch it.
They didn't show the whole shit.
Like Last of Us, right? I was watching Power, and I fell off because of. I'm telling you, Spartacus. I was like,
yeah, that show was crazy. But it was mad gay shit. Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
but you could forward that shit, bro. I ain't care. I just forward it. Ain't really nothing. I mean, they got what I got, no homo. But still, like, I don't be wanting to see it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. See it like, yo.
It is real because
when it comes out to like,
windows are the windows.
Eyes are the windows to your soul, right?
So once you accept what you see, that's your reality. Like,
right.
That's in your reality, and you can control that by saying, you know what, I'm a skip.
That's how it is. That's how it is on Showtime. Like, them niggas nasty, yo.
Maybe about somebody shooting at him, like, let me go over here and suck your dick. Like, what the hell?
It's crazy.
Like, it's like, y'all about to die. Like, and you just.
Niggas don't
like,
care.
And then everybody.
They going out like that.
You can't even trust nobody. Everybody killing everybody.
I tell people,
yo, y'all heard about.
Like, if you watch P-Valley, then I feel like you're accessible to drama. If you watch P-Valley.
I have a problem that people say that about reality shows and stuff.
Listen, I watched the first season, and
do you have drama in your life?
Who, me? Hell yeah, I got drama in my life. Oh, nah. I watched the. Yo, look. I watched the first season. That light skinned girl, my nigga. She fire. No, listen. It's interesting. It's interesting because it's a show like if you watch the movie Players Club, it's like that made into a movie. Why you say that?
Because I had an ex that watched that show.
Because the gay episode.
All of this.
Yo, you just Jamaican, bro. That's how it is, yo. I'm not. Listen. Yo, no homo. The show, cause you gotta say no homo.
She said no cap.
The whole show is centered around like that. Now I'll say about that show is gay. Like
it's a fucking gay dude. That's the fucking madam type of shit. It's his shit. I thought that girl was the whole main character, the light skinned chick. Cause it started off with her. They got like the little spin stories type shit.
He's a transgender man.
Oh yeah.
And he's sleeping with a rapper that's on the down.
Yeah, that nigga fucked up.
And then he started messing. If it's not about that, then like on Power, there might be one or two people on the show that are gay, like a main character and their boyfriend.
Yeah, you can skip shit.
The whole show is about it.
I'm not thinking about that shit, but that show was crazy. Like I watched it. I watched the first season rather.
These niggas is married.
It was a
I
crazy
don't
show.
think he really is a show. But the dude that he was fucking with, he's married, and the other dude that killed himself, well, I don't know if
It was some wild shit that happened in the strip club. I was like, fuck this. I couldn't watch that shit. Listen, I'm not talking about it. But look, it was some wild shit. I was like, yo, I can't watch this shit. I had to skip that shit. And then they had to play it off like shit ain't happening, shit they all sitting around talking to each other. I'm like, yo, this nigga don't know. Like, yo, like you look guilty, bro. You look like you did something.
Because dudes that really be like that.
Yo, shit bugged out.
And I think that nigga's really gay. Because I don't know. Even as a woman, I don't want to do no gay scene because I'm not gay, and I wouldn't want to do like how.
Yo, this nigga sucking people's toes, yo, in the hotels.
I see.
You saw that shit? What the fuck? Motherfucker,
he was the owner.
That nigga, yo, how you feel? You wake up,
First
a nigga sucking your toe, bro.
I should be able to beat him up and still get paid.
No.
Word to
I
Bob.
should be able to beat him up and still get paid, bro.
Right.
I shouldn't go no jail. Like I woke up and the manager of the fucking apartment.
He was trying to rape
I thought he was trying to rape me.
Yeah, that's self-defense right there.
Crazy,
beat the shit out of that nigga.
That's crazy.
That's wild. Yo, but y'all heard about the Michael Jackson nigga getting choked out on the plane? I mean, on the train. The Michael Jackson impersonator, black dude. I seen the picture of what he looked. No, it wasn't Michael Jackson. It wasn't Michael Jackson. Oh, nah, yo.
That was my nigga, yo.
Yo, keep Michael Jackson safe. Keep Michael Jackson safe. Keep Michael Jackson safe. Nah, this was a Michael Jackson impersonator. He was a young black dude. He got on the train or whatever. He was like, he don't care. He don't care if he go to jail. He want to get something to eat. Da 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 da. Somebody choked him out. They choked him out for like 30 minutes. And he died.
It was just somebody?
Some black. No, on the train. My fault. In New York. It was a white person that choked him out, and then people like helped, and then they just they recorded.
What?
Yo. Why you?
Why they do that?
The way you said people help.
People help. Like you would think that people would try to help the black kid.
They did.
Like Michael Jackson. What is a threat? What type of threat is he like?
They helped him to his demise.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was ugly, bro.
You gotta stop fucking with them people, man. White people is different, yo.
You heard what Designer did?
Nah. What Designer do?
He was on a plane. On a plane, jerking off.
Oh,
wow.
He told him to stop.
That's the Molly.
Because he was like, he went somewhere and the women in that country wasn't feeling him or wasn't getting. So
he was wilding.
Being a flight attendant on the plane.
I thought he had bros in Atlanta. Yo.
And it was and he wouldn't stop.
Thought I had bros in Atlanta.
So I think he got arrested.
Yo, he wouldn't have did that if he really had broads in Atlanta. Broads in Atlanta. I would have had to get on the plane and beat my hand to a gemma. Wow.
You gonna pull this shit overseas? Nigga, you better stop playing with overseas shit. They're not fucking with America. Nobody fucking with America. Let's be clear, like we think that we just gonna get away with shit because we Americans and you know what I mean? Nope. They not fucking Mexico not fucking with us. You know what I mean? Murders is going unsolved in Mexico.
That's just like the AI shit, bro.
You know what I mean? They killed fucking Malcolm X's son. No, it was his grandson in Mexico.
What? His grandson?
Yeah, his grandson.
Yeah.
His own.
They not stopping.
They don't play, bro.
Unalive him, I'm sorry.
Play on
It's been a while.
It's gonna have to be a fucking Patreon.
Let me make sure this shit's still recorded, man. Say a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, we still good. Damn, 61 fucking minutes, motherfucker. 61 minutes. It ain't nothing. Listen. Yeah. Shit. Oh yeah. So we did talk about like what if I was president. Nah, if you was like a senator, the girl was a senator, whatever, and you fucking, she gets the position of the president, and you guys support her. Would you take the role of supporting her, or would you expect her to take the role of siding back? And I never answered. Everybody else answered. My answer is simple. If I'm in that position, knowing me, I probably would give Shorty the benefit of the doubt and be like, yo, you know what? If you really want to take this position, do it. Now, if she know me, she'd probably be like, no, man, you're so great at running our family. I think you can run the world. And I'd be like, really? Yes, I'm gonna spearhead your campaign and try to do this for you.
Sound good.
And if she say, oh, really? Wow. So you want to help me with my campaign? I'll be like, yeah, man. It's over, bitch.
Yo, why would it be over?
Nah, listen.
I'm so lucky I ain't taking a sip of water.
The ego shit that I was saying to my boy earlier. The ego shit that I was saying to my boy earlier was like, yo, like, yeah, man's gonna have an ego. You can't have two heads in the household. I feel like we're already at the peak of everything. She doesn't need to be better than me. And that's really where it goes from here. It's like, do I feel bad about her being better than me? No, I want her to be as great as she possibly can. But I want us to be able to help each other to succeed. If it's like that partnership shit that people talk about, if we're already both senators and I'm going to be the president, why wouldn't you want to be my senator and support me, or want to be my vice president? And I'll be a vice president. Like, if my girl say that, I'll be like, what? Shit, hell yeah, girl. You know what I mean? If she girl,
but you only being her vice president.
But how do we understand that? Like, am I the man or am I the woman? Is that wrong for me to feel like I should be in the leadership role?
I like when I'm being told.
That's it.
I mean, I'm not even saying telling her what to do,
No,
but I'm just saying, like, being in a leadership shit, like, I can do shit. I know what to do.
Hold a conversation. What are we gonna do? You know, just do it.
Yeah, we go in there, we do it now. You gotta be decisive. And that's what I'm saying, like, me knowing that I'm very decisive and I stand behind what my true path lies or whatever, she should trust my leadership. I'm only gonna make the best decisions after doing strong observations. You know what I mean? And if she respects that, then it should be, we'll be good. You know what I mean? But you never know. But there was another situation that we had. So from that situation, there's that's what I was talking about. There's another situation. So and on the opposite side of this, there's another thing that we're talking about dealing with, which is someone's career path versus how you feel about security measures, right? Because a woman was having a conversation on a podcast or something, or a TV show, or was it radio? She was doing it. Okay, so she was doing it, right?
Well, it started from Ayana Van Zant being in the Breakfast Club, and the lady seen it, and then she wanted to interview Ayana Van Zant about what she said in the Breakfast Club, and then Ayana Van Zant asked her about what she did in the restaurant, because she was asking for her advice on how to be more feminine, because that's what she was talking about in certain talking about femininity and being in femininity as a woman. So she wanted to interview her because she seen that, and she wanted a man. She wasn't having luck finding the man that she wanted or keeping the man that she wanted. So she wanted to end. So she interviewed her, and then when she said help me, she literally said help me. Like, I don't know the words verbatim, but she basically asked for her advice, like, how do I become more feminine so that I
So
can
Ebony
obtain the
K.
man that I want?
Williams doesn't have it.
Correct. I'm assuming, I don't even know who she is. I only seen this. I didn't know who she was before that. But I'm assuming, because why would you be asking these questions if you already have a man? Like, she basically asked her, how do I be more in my feminine energy with the job that I have in order to obtain the attractive man that I want?
That brings so much like, because I was saying to them, I was like, it depends if she has a relationship.
Yeah, if she's in a relationship and that's working for her, because that's what happens sometimes. There are exceptions to the rule. Sometimes, like, there is the majority of men that want a certain thing from women, but some men will tolerate other stuff that some men won't, and maybe that'll work for their relationship or whatever. So
Lawyer telling me no.
yeah, so she asked her because she said, because you rich, you don't.
Another position where the higher it goes for black women, the more problems it goes for relationships.
Yeah, because she has a certain amount of money, so that's why Ayana asked her, because she asked her about relationship advice or how to find a man, how to be more feminine. She said, would you date a bus driver?
She said no.
She said, I would date the bus owner.
Driver. And that's why she has problems finding men.
She basically avoided
she wants an
answering
unrealistic
because she didn't say yes to girl. She was like,
she
did, but she tried to, she tried to go around and she was like, I would date the owner. Instead of saying yes or no, she was like, I'll date the owner, like, or whatever. So, and then she was like, see, that's your problem. And that's what she tried to tell her, because you're already in the top 1% of income or whatever. So why do you, if this man, and she asked her that, if he's a good father, has integrity, he treats you good, and that's a job that he can still take care of himself. People live off that income and go on vacation and retire with a pension, could put their kids in school and stuff with that type of income.
But if she's able to go on vacation whenever she wants to versus having to wait a few
okay, but is that worth what you is that
it's compromise?
Should it be over what's more important?
Because it's not about happiness, it's about duty, and that's the thing that like really people be like, yo, I gotta be happy or whatever. Like, okay, well, is this person like a good person?
You're not gonna be happy if you just with somebody because if you keep focusing on that, like, okay, this could have been a perfect man. He had all the other qualities that you want. Because that was she basically asked. He has all the other qualities that you want, but he's a bus driver, which is still enough to take care of your family and stuff. He can still, I mean, well, unless she live in a house, I don't know. He might have to. The bills situation gonna be different, but it really doesn't matter because you're good anyway. So I feel like if I was in that position, well, I don't care regardless. Like, and if I would be with a bus driver, and I'm not just gonna be with a dude if he's rich or making 6 figures or more just because of that. That's a bonus that I'm not saying I wouldn't date a guy that had that.
You do want to maintain your standard of living, though, right?
That's why I said bus driver is a job where you can take
whatever
care of
you're
yourself.
living, like say you're living in a mansion, can you compromise and live
if
in
I
a
was
house
rich,
instead of living in a
then I
mansion?
wouldn't care about how much money. You have to have a job, though. You can't be a bum and a loser. Like a bus driver is fine. Yes, if I was rich or in her position, I would still date a bus driver because that doesn't matter to me. Like that is important, and you have a job. That's all you need. That's enough for you to take care of yourself.
Like one of those like good romance movies.
How does that sound like a romance movie? Because it's not like you're broke with that. That's
like,
the problem.
You know,
you're the princess. They take away a whole section from rich to, and then they go straight to poor. Being a bus driver is not poor.
It made more sense that a woman expects a dude to do that for her than a man expecting a woman to just like y'all pay for her bills. I got you. So it's like, nigga, Look at all our fucking fairy tales. It's like save the princess. Right? Save the princess. Where the fuck?
Always about.
I know. I call my daughter a princess.
Damsel in distress.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
So it's like you don't think psychologically they grow up like I'm the princess.
Right.
Like it don't make sense if
You
you
don't
really
think
think
that
about that
that's
shit.
mindset to have? You're not a person.
You not.
No, you're not. You
I think
shouldn't
the
be
world
helpless.
humbles you.
You should be well-rounded. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But to an extent where it's tolerable, you understand there's boundaries. You still have to be feminine. You still have to be welcoming. You still have to be pleasant. You still have to smile. You still have to, be friendly. And when a guy is going to help you, let them help you. Like, I know it's like hard for some women to do it, but it is good for them to accept help.
Yeah, I had a
and I know sometimes it's dangerous too.
Yeah.
That's the risk,
Yeah, I used to have a problem because I wasn't used to it because when I was younger, when I was with guys, when I was younger. So the guy I still took the guy older because they wasn't older anything like that. So I wasn't worried about if they had something that was young. But then when I got older, but I didn't, and I wasn't. Those were just the people I was attracted to. They would, they had themselves together at least a place in the car, and they had a job, and they would do stuff for me a lot. But and I did have a problem like at first accepting that because I wasn't used to it. Like and it's like and it feels weird. It felt weird or whatever. Like somebody just gives you. It ain't just giving because I'm dealing with you. Like we're seeing each other several times a week or whatever, going on dates and stuff, and we're whatever. Like if you just give me money to feel like alright, some guys will be like alright, I fuck with you, even if you're not with them. Like, but you all vibe or whatever, y'all like they would do that. But and they don't mean they just feel like that's their duty. Like you said at the end, even if you're not just because I'm fucking with you, like we spend time together and stuff like that, and I know you got whatever your bill stuff here, I got a little extra money, why not? Like, or if I ask, you're gonna, but I did have her. But I remember one time that I did have, like, I don't know. It just was like, I didn't feel right. So I'm like, why are you giving me money?
Do you think it comes at the price of, hey, I'm gonna give you this bread, but I'm probably gonna cheat you as long as I don't really put this shit on your table. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm doing it for.
I mean, I feel like that guys are gonna. I'm not necessarily talking about relationships, but because some people do it just because they like you're on date, y'all not, or not even date, but y'all just whatever. Like you're not together, but you're messing around and y'all be going out and doing stuff together and they fuck with you. You mean like whatever scenario. Like some guys will just do. They feel like I'm a man, or you have this situation going on here. I'm helping with some bills or whatever. Like just because, but like. Said do it. I don't think because you said cheating, but if I think guys are
like did those dudes end up cheating in those scenarios?
And then
like all of them?
I don't know. I think some guys, because I think it depends on. Sometimes it depends on how old you are. Like some guy, and it depends on the type of guy. Like if you're a guy that always will get, like you always get. Well, whatever. You always get vagina or whatever, and growing up, like, and
biscuits dinner.
Yeah, that. Biscuits dinner. I like when you get
shout out to NPR.
Yeah, shout out to him. We gotta collab. Right. So, yeah, if you was getting biscuits dinner at a young age, not even at a young age, but like growing up, like you was that dude, like you was a dude that like. Always getting chicks, like and you started having sex when you were young, and now you're like 40 or 45, or even in your late 30s, you're starting to slow down now. Like you still obviously have the desire to get the business, but it's not as large because you done ran through a bunch of women already, or you done had you kind of not got it out of your system because you still have the desire, but it's not as strong. So now you can focus on. Now you're at a point where you're trying to build your legacy and stuff like that, focusing on that. So that's not when you're growing up, that's the focal point of your life, is getting pussy and all that and impressing women and stuff. But then when you become a man, now you're like, okay, I don't got time for that. I'm trying to get to X, Y, and Z and do this, so I gotta put that back. Like, yeah, when I get a chance. So if you're in a relationship, yeah, you probably, especially if you're, I think you still would, but you'll be less likely if you're older, or if you were a guy that used to get it a lot, because you don't need it as much. And now, if you like Myron, and you ain't getting like, nah, I don't know, cut that up.
Nah, that's
If you-
hilarious. We gotta
If you
emphasize.
ain't get no biscuit,
Myron.
like you was just a corny dude, like you wasn't getting chicks or whatever like that. Like it was really hard for you to get women, and you had it. You like in your 30s now, or you successful, or you were coming, you working for a company, you making money, you making 6 figures or something like that. And now you're getting bitches because you got money. Then you probably gonna be more likely to do it because you're not used to this shit, so you don't have control.
Yeah, trust is a motherfucker. You can't buy that shit. You can't buy nothing with trust.
And that too, yeah. Especially if they want you for my money, or a lot of times they'll be a chick, and you know, you know, she wouldn't do what you have to like what you have.
How you feel about prostitution?
I mean,
Like if a nigga,
sex
hold on, let me
work
give you the scenario, right? So let's say that nigga didn't get no ass. He didn't get no ass. Like, he wasn't attractive.
I think,
He had bread.
I think all guys, well, I'm not gonna say all guys, but most guys have probably had a prostitute at least one probably. Depending on
For
your
real?
environment, from depending on your environment where you're from, I know multiple guys that have done that, something they wouldn't do it now, and they didn't necessarily have to do it when they did it, they just did it because it was just like, I was just like, they just wanted to do it. Like, it's not like they were having a hard time to attract guys. Like, well, because of that, I know multiple women who have, you know, admitted that, so that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe not most, I don't know most men, but that's, and I've heard other people say that. Like, I've worked with someone that one of my supervisors was, he got arrested for, but this was before he before he was working at that job. When I was working at first here, he got arrested for being with a prostitute. It was like somebody like sold his business or whatever, like really awesome.
He was out to get his
It was a
ass.
picture, and it was him.
He was out to get his ass. Because normally that's like, you know, I paid you and we out. But in that situation, somebody snitched.
Yo, like, I could say this. I'm 37. I want to be 38. You know what I mean? I lived an exciting life.
Took that shit slow.
I remember when I was in the service,
Shit.
something crazy that I ain't never really talked about too in depth. You know what I mean? Need some baby dog. You know, we managed to get some free street viscous innards.
Oh, street biscuits.
Belongs to the street.
And you know, everybody took their. I mean, it was great. It was awesome. She was beautiful. She had a big fat butt.
Oh, word. Was it real? Was it real? Oh.
What do you mean?
But in that manner of it, like what I think about like I said, like experiences are like people do certain things to experience. Like it was just doing it like
How many?
I might not
Was
be-
it all the same? Like it was all one. It was one chick, and it was how many of y'all?
she was I mean, we all four.
How many of y'all?
It was like I don't know who did anything, but I know I did it, and I went first.
How many of y'all? Was it the whole
that was, I had that in mind of some of the people that I was thinking of. Yeah, and my supervisor.
You know ain't nobody turned that down, nigga. She probably was bad. Wow, that's a machine.
She was pressure.
That's a machine. She was
She
money
was
that
while
day.
she was going to school and all that.
She told me, like, it was like, wow. That is elegant.
But what did you mean? What do I think about it?
I went to
Oh, you
the
said- you said-
massage parlor. You know what I mean? The massage parlor, they do a little something.
Is it a happy
You know what I
ending?
mean? They do a happy ending.
Of course they
You know what I mean? Like that's prostitution.
They do
That
that.
was
They do
over
that
there,
here.
or
They do
this
that
was-
here.
Nah, that's this was home.
Oh.
They do that here.
They have a place. Where's that at?
Both
I ain't
situations
gonna
was
say
home,
nothing.
to be honest.
I say something on camera.
But like, yo, like, I'm telling you, like, I was
You gotta watch where you go.
I was wild, but I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was excited to be around. I was like, yo, if you with me, like, it's gonna be turned up. Like, you gonna have a good fucking time. You might be scared for your life. But yeah, best time you ever had.
This is a service though.
And outside the service, like,
No,
motherfuckers
you
just
said
be going
the
through it.
massage with the people.
Yeah, that shit. Well, we was on the base, but we was like down
Oh,
south.
so this
Oh.
So this wasn't a service. But the massage, yo, motherfuckers.
So it wasn't no Asian, it was like an American.
It was, it was on our shit, but it was Asian people in this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they were the ones.
Yeah.
Gosh.
They was doing this shit. And I
So they
was
flew them
saying,
in, they got flew in to fuck. Yo, that's crazy.
That's it.
That's, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Cause y'all would feel like y'all in jail. Like,
Well,
you
shit,
I
can't.
mean,
bro,
yeah, you got
we
to.
about to leave.
That's
We about to
good.
leave.
Yeah,
We might not come
yeah,
back.
yeah.
We might not come back home.
Exactly. They would,
So-
you would feel like you was in jail.
Motherfucker was like, yo, I'm not never gonna get this chance. I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't care, but I'm going.
They did it
And
for
that's
you.
what it was,
They did it
bro.
for you.
That's what it was, bro.
They can't really say, hey, this is the government funding this shit. But the government
No,
probably
you
funded
could
this
get
shit.
in
We
trouble.
all-
You
we
can't
all
even
had
cheat on your
joints, bro.
wife.
I
You
had
could
a
get in
stripper.
trouble for
Yeah,
cheating
that
on
is-
your
I had
wife.
my first stripper, bro. I had a stripper, and I was like, I felt like I was lit, cause bro, was I 18 when that? I was still 18. Fucking with a stripper, bro. You know what I mean? So I felt like, yeah, I'm not nigga. You know what I mean? And then, fucking, I went to the stripper crib. I'm sleeping in her crib, and I'm supposed to be on my 4-day break with the niggas. I'm on my 4-day break. I'm at her crib. Somebody knocked on the door.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh shit, and I'm not here, nigga. So I got the key. I locked the door from the back, snuck out,
Yeah.
and caught a taxi. Cause this was we were still doing taxis. I caught a taxi and went to the club at my.
Where did she go, nigga? She just left you in her crib?
Yeah, cause she be
Yeah.
stripping. She was like, yo, she
Yeah.
gotta do her round, do whatever she
Did
gotta
you ever
do.
give her back her
She
keys,
gonna go.
nigga?
I came back through there and,
Oh,
and
okay.
smacked that shit up. And
Yo,
then
you
left with
crazy.
good.
Smiley is crazy.
Yo.
You don't know if that was
Hey,
her
yo, I
husband
got in
coming
trouble. I got in
That's
trouble.
why I
though.
had to
Yo,
get
that
who the
nigga
fuck
crazy,
knocked on the
man.
door?
I
I think
got in
about to be
trouble.
on some Chicago be like shit. Had to be hiding under the bed.
Nigga
Shout
could have
out.
been Pablo Escobar.
Man,
Boy,
shout
you
out,
know,
shout
nigga.
out to Delicious, yo, from fucking from
Flavor of Love?
from North Carolina, yo. You know who you are.
Her name is
Shout out.
Delicious.
Delicious stuff.
Why you gonna say her name?
Cause people not
That's
gonna
her
know.
stage name.
That's her stage name.
Who's on the
She
show?
might not even be dancing no more. I don't know. But if she
I don't
see it,
know what
she gonna be like, yo.
Tainted. You gonna be walking down the street with your husband. Hey, Delicious.
That shit was
I love
yo.
you all the time.
That shit was some crazy shit, yo. Like the whole situation was some crazy shit because we all was like, yo, nigga, I ain't fucking with the stripper in here. And she like came up, I'm like,
People
she
always
kinda
say
right.
something.
Cause
women will be
cause
like,
like if
oh,
she
if
was
he
sick,
cheats on me, I'm gonna leave it. Then they stay, which is fine. But just
she
be
was
real.
nasty.
Most of the time,
Nasty.
people will be complaining about cheating, but they never just.
I was too young to be turning down some new stripper. I'm sorry.
Nobody told you that. I'm talking about.
I
Because
I had
you
to,
said
like,
don't.
I
he felt guilty.
Because you
I
said
had
don't.
to,
Because you said, you said don't
No. Anyway, that's crazy. I'm just saying, like, it was exciting. But now that I'm older, more reformed, I don't have. It sounds like fucking damn. I don't have no fun no more, right? Nope. But I could.
What you asked?
I could always.
I'm high. You already know I'm high. What did I ask?
The original
What was the
question?
original question?
What do I think about prostitution?
About guys, about guys getting prostitutes. Like,
Do I think it's wrong or?
I mean, nah, not that it's wrong, but it's like, oh, like that's a red flag right there. This guy has a prostitute. Like,
I don't think it's a red flag because it depends. Like I said, I think I don't.
You think
I know people that have done it. I don't think they're like a pedophile or a weirdo or something like that because you did that. I'm not gonna look at you and be like,
Now I was talking like theoretically, as in like the people that.
I mean, obviously, morally.
Sometimes it don't be that.
Do you think that should be legal,
like,
or do you think it should be illegal?
I mean, it's
sex work?
your body.
Yeah, like sex work.
But
I think
I
prostitution
just,
should be legal.
it's not.
I don't know. Like, I think it's.
I think it should be illegal. It's just like, now, am I going to
Just
get
let them do it. Just let them do it. They do OnlyFans.
Yeah, let them do it. Let them do the drugs. Let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Because we got all this problems here based off of what we're trying to prevent other people from doing. That shit.
Like, yo, if they want to control, like, what are the intentions of controlling people? To keep them safe for themselves.
That's what it's supposed to be.
But they're not really keeping them safe.
Exactly.
Like, they still doing shit.
Exactly. They just keeping
So
them
we
away
might as
from
well
them.
just like, look,
That's
just
it.
do it, yo, whatever.
Segregated.
If he dies, he dies. You know what I mean? That type of shit. You can be like that. But that's what I'm saying. Those people, they have the utmost compassion for these people, but they know, forgive them for they know not what they do. Look at how they behaving. Like, they behaving like animals. They're killing themselves. Why? What can we do to stop them from killing themselves? Just let them kill themselves off and just ignore it? Just
I think
keep our household
prostitution.
safe?
I don't think prostitution is going to add.
But I mean, there's diseases. Like, I don't see any prostitutes getting health care. Like,
because it's illegal.
So they need to make it like a profession where healthcare comes with healthcare.
If it's regulated like how they're doing with the weed now, we can get this shit in line. Like,
you won't get
there
over
could be
by
contracts,
NDAs.
With like a 401k.
No, like straight up fucking what do you call that shit? Extortion or export, like an export service. That's what I'm saying. Just make it legal.
But you're not supposed to sleep with them. It's like an escort.
That should be happening.
First of all, sexual escort. And then they sign an NDA like, yo, this is a service. After this service, you know what I mean? They can't interact, so the clients can't date. You know what I'm saying? It should be some real shit. Like, they can regulate it, but they don't want to do that. And motherfuckers is going to keep getting arrested for doing shit like that.
Killed. Because a lot of prostitutes and stuff are getting killed. And they don't care. Or they don't get reported missing because most of the time women that do that try to
don't have that bread.
They don't have no family or nothing, or they're estranged from their family, so nobody's gonna be looking for them.
Or they got a pimp that beating their ass.
Sleep back.
They can't, yeah.
Episode 30.
Good episode, man. We unpacked a lot, man. Yo, check the link in the description. Subscribe, share, you know what I mean, all that shit. Give me your support. And I'm gonna get back with y'all with that work, man. Send me ideas in the comments and all that shit. So I can organize. Whatever y'all want to see, Marvel infants, I can give you that. Marvel infants. That's another
because
point.
of digital.
That's another point. Yeah, binding. Fuck all these points. Yo, we.
Listen. Be on the move like I need a new hobby. Fuck a 9 to 5.